Some criminals mistake confidence for intelligence, and that confusion leaves behind stories stranger than fiction. Stay with us. Sometimes the biggest surprise isn't the crime, but the thinking behind it. Seven masked suspects stormed into the Diamond Ring Co. in Pleasanton with hammers and pepper spray, expecting an easy smash and grab. 30 seconds later, the only thing they managed to break was their own plan. That security glass earned its paycheck. This robber walked into a Houston hotel with a rifle, expecting an easy payday. The second the front desk clerk pulled out her own handgun, his confidence disappeared faster than he did. Wrong hotel, buddy. He pointed a gun at the store manager, expecting easy money. Instead, a young woman fought back with pepper spray and completely ruined his plan. Ever wonder why they looked so fearless? It wasn't courage, it was confidence. They robbed the place and casually walked away like they'd just finished grocery shopping. Every Santa delivers presents. This one came to collect them instead. That lunch bag came in looking innocent and left with a very expensive meal inside. Talk about a surprise to-go order. She walked into a phone store in Volgograd, pretending to buy an iPhone 11. Then she pulled out a stun gun instead of her wallet, but the 20-year-old employee fought back, disarmed her, and ended the robbery on the spot. That's not how she pictured this ending. This window cleaner in London wasn't about to let a fake gun fool him. He chased the Lloyd's bank robber down the street and held him until police arrived. Now that's going above and beyond the job description. The operation looked organized. Multiple suspects, getaway drivers, and carefully planned break-ins. But every house they hit left behind another clue. While the thieves were collecting jewelry and cash, detectives were quietly collecting evidence. This guy in Chelyabinsk didn't just steal a laptop. He used his own little boy to help hide it under his sweater. The laptop was worth money, but teaching your kid that crime is normal costs a whole lot more. The security cameras saw everything.
Да, я вам пока документы буду печатать. А вы паспорт забрали? Хорошо. Нет, все.
He tried stealing a vacuum, but the escalator sucked the life out of his getaway plan. You can literally watch his ambition get pulled right back. These masked thieves crashed a pickup straight into John's Marketplace in southwest Portland, only to have the tow straps snap. 4 minutes of effort, a destroyed storefront, and they still left without the ATM. That's an all-time fail. Nothing turns the tables faster than bringing a knife to a robbery and finding out the store clerk has a machete. The getaway suddenly kicked into high gear. This Brazilian robber showed up with an Aoka gun, but the store owner answered with a wooden stick to the head. Turns out the oldest weapon in the room won. When a pickle jar becomes the store's first line of defense, you know these robbers picked the wrong place. Diamonds stayed put, but the pickles went airborne. These thieves smashed into a New York jewelry store, grabbed nearly $250,000 worth of jewelry, and fled in 2 getaway cars, including a BMW sedan. They planned the escape, but they forgot one thing: surveillance cameras never stop watching. This thief grabbed the box and took off running, but he forgot one thing: you can't outrun someone fighting for their own stuff. He walked into a convenience store in Westlake carrying a knife. Just seconds later, the knife was in the female clerk's hand, and all he could do was run for the door. His plan fell apart in no time. This thief thought he had the perfect escape from an electronics store in Puerto La Cruz. Then Karma showed up wearing 2 police uniforms. She really walked into a mall in St. Petersburg, rolled up the display rug, and left like she'd already paid for it. The confidence is almost more shocking than the theft. 3 armed men stormed into a Knight's store in Birmingham, threatened the manager, and went straight for the cash register. They came looking for quick money, but what they didn't plan on was becoming the security camera's newest stars. This masked robber walked into a gas station in Fuszkowa, Poland, waving a knife and demanding cash. The clerk barely looked up from his newspaper. Getting ignored might have hurt more than getting arrested a few hours later. He came looking for cash in Sugar Land, Texas. Instead, he found a clerk who refused to be an easy victim. After shots were fired, the robber's only goal was getting out alive. Most strollers carry babies. This one seemed to prefer carrying bottles. When the security guard grabbed the stroller and the alarm went off, the shopping trip came to a very unexpected end. He pointed a gun through the drive-through window, but the cash register refused to cooperate. Turns out, even the register knew this robbery was a bad idea. This robber walked in expecting easy cash and walked out without his gun. That's not a robbery. That's the fastest equipment donation I've ever seen. I've seen people browse a clothing store with more urgency than this thief. He grabbed an armful of clothes and strolled out like he already paid for everything. Stealing alcohol while already drunk is a next-level bad decision. This guy managed to make every possible mistake in one trip. Skull mask? Check. Skinny build? Check. Escape plan? Yeah, that's where the budget ran out. Watching him sprint away looked more like panic than an action movie. Trying to attack a security guard is a bold move. Winning that fight? Not so much.
Тоді зловмисник вирішив напасти на іншу аптеку, проте там нажив лише 12 гривень. Затримали, і він перебуває в одному із райвідділків міста.
This thief crawled into a store in Turkey like he was in a spy movie, hoping nobody would notice. He slipped past the cashier, but the security cameras noticed everything. This Louis Vuitton thief in Washington never made it past the glass. He knocked himself out, woke up in handcuffs, and skipped straight to the consequences. Only these guys could turn a robbery into a bakery promotion. The customers got free bread, and the robbers got free fame. Mission impossible. Steal a full-size painting and pretend nobody can see it. The gallery staff spotted him in minutes, proving oversized art isn't exactly pocket-sized. He brought a crowbar, smashed the glass, and thought he was being sneaky. Meanwhile, the homeowner was upstairs watching the whole show and waiting for police to arrive. That's one burglary with a live audience. A thief in Warnes, Bolivia tried to snatch a wallet from a mannequin. Turns out, the toughest victim he faced wasn't even a real person. Even after being stabbed, this brave clerk chased the robbers and hurled his shoe at them. They came for money, but left with one unforgettable goodbye. This thief climbed around that bar like an Olympic gymnast going for the gold. These masked robbers had a plan until the alarm went off. Nothing sends criminals running faster than realizing time just ran out. This guy in Clumsy walked in, smashed the POS terminal right in front of the cashier, grabbed the cash, and took off. Confidence may help you walk through the door, but it won't help you avoid the cameras. He stole the cash, wrecked the counter, and somehow declared war on a bunch of bananas too. That wasn't a robbery. It was a full-blown tantrum. Driving an Audi Q7 to steal aluminum doors is the kind of math that never adds up. Bro had luxury SUV payments and bargain bin criminal thinking. He successfully carried out the robbery, then accidentally returned the money one bill at a time after forgetting to zip up his backpack full of cash. That was definitely the most generous getaway in criminal history. Trying to rob someone inside a bank is already risky. Doing it with armed police nearby? That's a level of confidence that didn't last very long. Who was the person being robbed in this case? This armed robber thought the gold would be the easy part. Turns out, every robbery comes with a price tag of its own. He actually pulled on a live electrical wire until it sparked. That's one way to turn a robbery into a shocking experience. An 81-year-old man in Guyana wasn't about to let this thief steal from him. The suspect tried reaching into his pocket for cash, but instead got taken down and held until police caught him. Age is just a number. These two guys thought an ATM in Volgograd would be an easy payday. Instead, they ended up getting arrested. Turns out stealing from a bank is a lot harder than it looks. This guy smashed an ATM with a stolen e-scooter, expecting cash. Instead, he stole a box of computer chips. That's one expensive misunderstanding. They came to steal gas cylinders, but ended up stealing the show with their clumsiness. What a comedy of errors. Four guys on two motorcycles, armed with knives, all for 2 pairs of jeans. That's gotta be one of the worst risk versus reward decisions I've ever seen. This guy showed up with a machete, chased down the victim, grabbed an expensive gold chain, and probably thought he pulled off the perfect crime. Then he ditched the car nearby and erased all that confidence in one careless move. You can't make this stuff up. Taken together, these stories remind us that reckless choices often unravel faster than carefully made plans, while quick thinking and determination can shift the outcome in unexpected ways. Sometimes the biggest mistake isn't getting caught. It's believing you were smarter than everyone else. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves true crime stories.